Welcome to another episode of the Learn Podcast, where first you learn, then you drop the L, and then you earn. I'm your host, Dean the Wealth Coach. I'm on day 3 of 4 of uploading a podcast. I did miss one day, so I started all over of Don't Break the Chain. So as I mentioned in one of the previous episodes, I said every day I'm just going to post a podcast, and I'm also going to post a short video. The short video is for my Faceless channel. I'm going to try and grow that to see how this is going to play out in 30 days. And then I'm going to let you guys know what I found from doing this Faceless channel. Over the last couple of days, I've been playing with a lot of AI tools. One tool I'm going to use today is this background thing that you can change. It's on Adobe, so apparently whatever background you have, you can add and remove things, make it bigger, whatever you need to do. So that's what I'm going to do for this video. I'm going to use that, trying to get myself in focus or in the middle for this. But yeah, so that's one thing I'm going to be doing today. I had a coaching call today and I discovered something about one of my clients. I was listening to a podcast and they mentioned some stuff about entrepreneurship, and I want to share with you guys. An entrepreneur's job is to be the organizing force, not doing the job. So what do they mean by that is an entrepreneur is not doing the business, you are building the business. So you're pretty much delegating the tasks that need to be done. Your job is to get really clear on what your customer wants or trying to achieve, and to be the organizing force to fill the void by bringing all the people you need to do it for them. So when this person was talking, so it was Daniel Priestley, and he was on Ali Abdaal's podcast. And it was a very interesting conversation. They actually had two interviews, and I watched the second one first, and now I'm listening to the first one. And it's a really good interview. So I would recommend you check out that episode. I'll leave it in the description notes below for you guys to check out those two podcasts. It's about 2 hours long, but it's so much valuable content that you can get from those two podcasts that I watched. It was very interesting when they were just talking about the entrepreneurship, because a lot of us think that when you become an entrepreneur, you have to wear many hats, and you don't have to. And they brought up a lot of examples of people where I think it was episode 2, they were talking about growing your business from 0 to 10,000, 10,000 to 100,000, 100,000 to a million, million, and scaling up. And one thing, oh, that hurt. One thing they brought up was, what type of business are you running? Are you running a professional business or a lifestyle business? And I was like, what's the difference? So what they explained was, for a professional business, it's something where you're scaling up, you have many employees, you're looking for an exit plan, pretty much selling your business, right? What comes with that is a lot of money you have to put into this to get your business to, say, $100 million mark before you can sell it. So that was a professional business. Then he said a lifestyle business is where it's enough to cover your bills, you live the life you want to live, go on trips and do all that fancy stuff. I was like, oh, I never thought of that before, like a professional business or a lifestyle business. So ask yourself the question, based on what I just said, which type of business are you trying to form? A lifestyle business or a professional business? Are you looking to exit out this business in a couple of years, or is this something that you want to carry on doing, pass it down to your family, whatever it may be? So that was one part that they mentioned when it came to what type of business are you running. Because once you understand what type of business you're running, your messaging and the product or service that you're creating, it becomes easier to do. So that podcast, I really want to get the book that they or Jason Priestley wrote, which is called Oversubscribe. So that's going to be one of the books that I'm going to be purchasing next and reading. Hopefully I finish these few. I'm staring at the books that I said that I'm going to finish reading, and they're just kind of staring at me right now. So my mission is to finish these books and then buy that book. So hopefully I can get that finished before my birthday, and then I can start reading Oversubscribe. Ali Abdaal said when he started reading that book, he's like, the amount of highlights he has in that book. So I'm excited to read that book next, and then share it with you guys what I found. So some concepts he shared with creating your business from 0 to 10,000. Some people, I think he was talking to somebody and they wanted to make or edit YouTube videos, and they said, "Oh, I could do $100 a video. So if I get 20 videos, then I make 2,000 extra dollars." And then he said something that kind of resonated with me. It's like, why do 20 videos for $2,000 when you can provide a service and charge $2,000 to one person? And one person that I follow, and I would recommend you guys following as well, is Myron Golden. He says it's easier to make a lot of money in a short period of time than it is to make a little bit of money over a long period of time. And when he said that, it just instantly popped into my head. So it's like, yeah, why do 20 videos if we could do just one video for somebody, maybe a long form edit, and charge $2,000? And it's so simple to make $10,000. Well, sorry, it's easy to say, but it's hard to execute. That was something else that popped into my head. Far too often, many people say, yeah, I'm gonna do this, it's easy. But once they start doing it, they don't get in the habit of continuing with it, and then they fall off track. Yeah, it may be easy for somebody to edit videos, but the hard part is getting the clients. Or they put too much thought into it before actually doing the work that needs to be done. And Jason Prusy said there's a method he uses called CAOS, and that's CAOS. So C stands for concept, the audience that you are looking to sell to. You need to think of the concept and who it is that you're trying to sell to. And you want to try to create a product that is worth $2,000. So if you're going to create something that's worth $2,000, you need to give somebody at least $20,000 worth of value. And I say $20,000 because you're 10xing the $2,000. You want to be able, someone to be like, wow, that's a lot of value they're giving me, and they're only charging $2,000. He also mentioned something that was quite funny. $2,000, $10,000, $100,000 may seem a lot to certain people, but it all depends on who you're asking. It's a subjective amount of money depending on who you're asking. So before you say nobody will pay me for that, it depends on who you're asking. Like, you're not gonna ask a 15-year-old for $2,000 to edit their videos. They don't have the money. But now if you ask a multi-million-dollar business, say, hey, I charge $2,000 to edit videos, they're like, $2,000, that's soft. Yeah, we'll take that. We'll take that package all day long. So what CAOS is concept, audience, offer, sale. So when you're creating something, you want to start with the concept. What is the concept that you're coming up with? What is the problem that you're solving? Then the audience, who it is that you're sending this message to. So you got to make sure you figure out who the correct audience is when you're pitching this message. The next is the offer. What is it that you're offering them? So that goes back to what I was saying. Aim for 10 times the value. If you have something that costs $5,000 worth of value, charge $500 for it. You want the person to always feel like they're getting a deal. If you created something that costs $5,000, you're charging $5,000, it's going to be a hard sell. But if you have something you created for $5,000 and you sell it for $500, it'll be much easier to sell. And then the last part is sales. You got to go out there and let people know, hey, look what I got. You want to try this out? Or let them know, hey, I'm in the prototype phase. But once it's in launch phase, it's going to be more money. So that's something that you can do to help with making an extra $2,000 to $10,000. Well, you can go from $0 to $10,000. So that was one thing that was quite interesting in that conversation. Another thing he brought up was you got to do laps. And when he said laps, I was like, what, laps? So immediately I thought, I was like, maybe reaching out to customers, but it stands for leads, or it stands for leads, appointments, presentations, sales, and to create like a spreadsheet for that. So what you would want to do is have all your potential leads in one column as to the people you're going to reach out to. The next is book appointments with these people. So John, I got an appointment Saturday. Tom, Sunday, whatever it may be. You're just going to set up those appointments. The next is the presentation. So you want to have a presentation ready to show them what it is that you have to offer. And then last is sales. Ask them if they would like to move forward or not with the product or service that you had. That was everything that that sums up what I was listening to this morning, and I want to share that with you guys. So if you did find value in this video, make sure to leave a comment down below, and I will see you on the next episode. So right now I'm two X's in. So if you're following along with Don't Break the Chain, let me know in the comments what it is that you are working on to just do on a daily basis. And make sure you hit the subscribe button. And I also left a link up above for you to watch previous episodes of the Learn podcast.